many of you feel like your warm market is destroyed? You feel like you've talked to everybody, you have burned out your warm market, everybody said yes or no, you've made mistakes, but you don't feel confident that you have a lot of people to talk to when it comes to prospects personally, okay? You feel like too many of you have gone out and wrecked your warm market. If you've burned out your warm market, you have two strategies. Strategy one is to rebuild your warm market. This takes a little time. Let's talk about that. Rebuilding your warm market. Now, most people, they get involved in network marketing. They're so excited. They just can't help themselves. They run off at the mouth. They call everybody and they act like a predator almost, you know, like they're a blind, hungry dog in a butcher shop running around saying, join my business, join my business, join my business. They do inappropriate things. They use cheap salesy language. They talk to people at inappropriate times. They mislead people and say they, want to get together, but they didn't really want to get together. Or sometimes they talk to them and the person doesn't want to talk about a business, so they stop talking to them altogether. So the person feels offended that the only reason you even wanted to connect was not about friendship or family, it was only about business. A lot of times it's just language problems, right? So how do you rebuild your warm market to the point where people are open again? People are open again to taking a look, to understanding what it is that you have to offer. Because that's really the goal. The goal is that people understand. Our goal is not that people join or people buy. Our goal is that we educate people to the point that they understand, that they become educated and they understand what it is that you have. And once they do that, they'll either say yes or they'll say no. First thing is go to them and apologize. Go to your warm market and say, hey, it's clear I made you uncomfortable. And that was not my intention. I was just too excited. I was too fired up. I didn't really know what to say. I assumed too much. And if I made you uncomfortable, I apologize. And, again, that's not my intention. I want us to be friends. I want us to be family. And I never want you to feel uncomfortable. Okay? That's step one in rebuilding your warm market, is just go apologize to them. I'm sorry. I was just so excited. I wanted you, I thought for sure you'd be a part, you want to be a part of this. And I overstepped. So forgive me. I'm not going to bug you about it. I would like you to understand what it is that I do, because I do think it has value, but I don't want you to feel pressure. Okay? So that's the first thing. Second thing is be a giver. There are two kinds of people in the world, generally speaking, a giver and a taker. And some of us are not takers in the sense that we take advantage of people. We just don't give. We just kind of stay neutral. A lot of people introverted, like myself, prior to getting involved in network marketing, I wasn't the guy that was life of the party. I wasn't the guy that was volunteering to help somebody move their apartment. I was just really kind of self-contained. So when I first showed up inside of network marketing, all of a sudden I'm trying to be the life of the party. People are going, hey, where were you when I was moving my apartment? Where were you when I was doing this and I was doing that? And they had a point. So I became a giver. I started to help people do things without asking for anything in exchange. I started to connect other people without an agenda. I started to introduce friends to people that I thought they would be friends with, or help people get a referral for their business, or help that person move. All those different kinds of things that rebuilt my reputation as a giver without an agenda. And then people naturally leaned forward and wanted to connect with me on a more efficient way. So that's the second thing. And the third thing is, when appropriate, approach people for support. Here's what I mean by that. When appropriate. Now, it's best if you do this at the very, very beginning of your network marketing career. Some of you who are brand new, this is perfect for you. Others of you that need to rebuild your warm market, or you run into new people and you build a friendship, approach them for support. Here's what I mean by this. Let's say you're my brother or my sister, and so you're obviously my warm market. I come to you, and let's say I've rebuilt. I've been a giver, and I've rebuilt my relationship a little bit, and I said, listen, I'm not going to approach you about the business that I have, even though I'd like you to understand what it is that I do. But it would mean the world to me if you would be a customer of mine, even for a short period of time. I have this product. It'll cost you $80. And all I want you to do is try the product and see if you get a result, and support me in my business by doing that. And I'm not asking for a long-term commitment. I'd like you to just try it for a month. And if you like it and you'd like to get more, then you tell me, and I'll show you how to become a long-term customer. And if you don't even need to say anything. Just don't say anything, and we won't renew the thing. But you can consider your support of me complete just by trying the product for 30 days. Would you do that for me? Okay? If you do that with your warm market, imagine if you did that with your entire warm market. How many of those would at least tried your product for a month, or your service for a month? How many of those would have at least done that and felt like they supported you?